So once again, you're welcome. Nice to have everybody on board. My name is Daniel Momo. I'm the founder, Elmore Communication Limited, an ICT solution company based in Lagos, Nigeria. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be sharing with us not just an academic point from what I have here, but from real life experience, businesses, online businesses I've done myself, and I'm still doing projects I've managed for the past 6 to 7 years as a tech entrepreneur and consultant. And I want to believe tonight we are really going to pick up one or two things from the class. So if you are ready, I am very, very much ready. But before we go into the class, I like to talk about two things with regards to the notion of managing an online business. As a tech consultant, there is a singular topic or concerns or questions that I regularly get from my clients. And I think I want to start by addressing that so that we can be clear with regards to making money on the internet. There is really no mysterious thing about really making money on the internet because life is filled with problem and solution. So if you have a solution to a problem, then you can start thinking of exchanging that product or services for cash. And that is basically how the internet works. It still follows the basic law of supply and demand, or demand and supply, as it were. So there is really no mysterious thing, no myth about making money online. It's a very simple thing. You just have to be clear about the problem you are solving. Who are those that have the problem that I have the solution to? How many are they? Where are they located? All this simple business strategy that we apply when it has to do with physical business or offline business is still what applies when we are talking about online business. So I really want us to have that cleared up before we start into the business of the day. If you are going to have a sustainable online business, then you must be clear about the problem you are providing solution to, and you must be ready to service that audience in exchange for financial gratification. It's as simple as that. I don't know of any website where you can go and download money from, or where you can do one or two clicks and then money jumps out. I've not come across one, and I don't know one. So, but please, if you have any of such, I'm very open to suggestion. But at the moment, I don't think one exists. If you are going to really develop a scalable online business, and then secondly, among many other myths about making money online, what I want to address is you must really identify what you are good at. Who are you really? The fact that somebody is making money in one business doesn't necessarily mean that you too are going to make money in that business. You have to identify what exactly you are good at. Some people are very good in writing, some are very good in communication, some are very good in putting graphics together. You cannot be good in graphics, and there are so many demand for your services online, and then you are going into importation, for example. I mean, why don't you just stay in your own sphere, look for those that are looking for your solution, and fit that audience? That's basically the way online works. So you have to have these two things in the front of your mind. What problem are you solving, and what am I good at? Am I capable of maintaining this audience, servicing this audience, providing solution, managing this audience. You have to really be certain about that. So that said, I think we can just dive into the points I have with me, and then we can call it a wrap for the night. I want to appreciate once again Shani David for coming online. Ruth, I can see you. Yeah, nice to have you on board. Olayemi, yeah, I can see you here. Nice to have you on board. And I think I can see my elder brother, Efanda Femi Babs. I think we have so much to do together. I'll be putting the call across to you very soon. So nice to have you here, brother. I really appreciate your presence tonight. Yes, I can see Adedayo, Adetoro, Geraldine. I can see you. I can see my blood brother, Gbenga Akinwole, one of the top internet marketer you have in Nigeria. So many people here online tonight, and I appreciate your presence. So that said, I think we can just go into the business of the day. So I have here drop shipping. Drop shipping is a business you might really want to consider. And how does this work? You set up, it's a business, a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the product itself in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to a customer. So how does this work? You have a fully loaded e-commerce site, but you don't keep inventory. All right, you don't have any store where you manage any product, physical products, but your store serves as an interface between you and the customers. All right, so when the customer make order, you simply contact the store owner where the products are, and they have it shipped directly to the customer. So you can be in Nigeria or Africa, as it were, and then interface with companies like Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, and the likes of them, and have your e-commerce setup. Have your e-commerce setup like Konga or like Jumia, and then people place order. People practically place order for the product they want to buy, and once the order is fulfilled, payment is done. You simply and quickly contact the company that have the product and have it shipped directly to the customer, like you would have equally done if you have the product. But the sweet thing about this one is that a product might be on Amazon or eBay maybe for $19, and you have such products listed on your site for as much as $49. You understand? Now, when somebody make an order, you simply deduct the difference, keep the profit, and have the product shipped to the customer. So it saves you the headache of tracking the product, shipping the product, having to manage logistics and all that. You simply concentrate on marketing. All right, so it's a sweet business you might really want to consider. And the only thing I see as a bit of a shortcoming is that you might not know when the product is running out of stock, because you only have your website interfacing between the company that has the product and the customer. So you might not be able to really know when the product is out of stock. You don't have control over inventory. If the owner of the product have increased the price, you might not quickly know. And then you since you are the one the customer know, you have to take blame if there is a failure in delivery and all sorts. And then you need to be a bit of a tech savvy, because you are going to be running it on the internet. So you have your website set up. You need to have an idea of digital marketing and all that. So if you can manage all this, then you are good with drop shipping. All right, is that clear? Can I get a go so that we can go to the next slide, if that is clear enough? If that is clear enough, can I get a go? If drop shipping is clear enough, can I get a go? So we go to the next slide. All right, that's nice. All right, so the next one that I have here is digital marketing consultant. Now, in this case, I'm going to be putting many things together under this particular one. Now, all right, thank you, Olayemi, thank you, Adidayo, thank you. All right, so I'm going right ahead. Thank you so much for the feedback. Now, digital media consultant, you need to understand something, because when we talk about digital media consultant, a lot of people have different things in mind. Now, everybody wants to solve a sales problem. Everybody wants to make more sales. A company survives by making more sales, reaching more customers. A company dies off the moment purchases are no longer done from them. So if we're talking about digital media consultant, we're simply talking about you being able to manipulate internet tools in order to solve a sales problem. You see, you must have your customer's pain in mind. So by definition, a digital marketing consultant is somebody that is highly skilled in using online tools to market products or services with a return on investment in mind. So if you are good in social media marketing, you are good in email marketing, web development, SEO expert, app development, then you might really need to consider digital media consultant. And who needs your services? Small scale business, big industry, companies, retail owners, NGO, hospital, banks, churches. Your customer base are endless. So if you are very good in using Facebook, if you are very good in using Google application tools to generate sales, these tools comes easily to you to generate return on investment for customers, then you might want to consider a career in digital media consultants. Now, the only thing I see here is customer service. Be ready to manage customer service query. All right, so this is the second one you might want to look out for before this year runs out. And there are a lot of courses you can pick online in this regards. Learning how to use Facebook marketing tools, Google application marketing tools, email marketing, app development. One thing I need to state here is that if you are going into this business, don't just go because you know how to use this tool. You must also know how to analyze business. This is what I've been doing for the past 7 years, so I'm quite passionate about this. You must learn how to analyze an existing business. Identify what they really want. Identify the pain points. And then know the kind of solution that is suitable for them. There are some businesses, you just know that Facebook marketing will address their problem. All right? So you must know how to know what exactly the customer wants and what the end goal, what's the end goal that the customer have in mind, and what solution is appropriate for them. Is that clear? All right, so that's the second one we're talking about. If it's clear, can I just get a 2? If it's clear, can I get a 2 so that we can go right ahead? All right, thanks for the feedback. The next one that I have here is blogging and vlogging. Now, this is one business that I feel there has been a lot of misconception about. You just see somebody, people walk into my office and they say, please, I want to start blogging. How much will it cost to set up a blog site? Thank you, Adedayo. Thank you so much. How much will it cost to set up, a blog site so that I can start blogging? And then I ask them, what's the business model? What's the business plan for your blogging business? What do you have in mind? Say, oh, no, Linda Ikeji is making so much money on the internet, and I think I got what it takes to beat her to it. I can also start mine, and then I'll start generating money. And I ask, how exactly do you intend to generate these funds? How exactly do you intend to get paid? And funny enough, I would just hear something like, when people visit my site. So funny. Now, blogging, it's a very, very, very lucrative venture. But you must do this with understanding. Now, the first thing is, you must identify the niche you want to blog about. What are you passionate about? What cause? What product? What services? What brand are you passionate about? You must first of all sit down and identify the niche market you want to address before you set up, your blogging or your vlogging site. So what you do is, over time, you develop an audience of people that trust in your knowledge and trust in your expertise in that particular niche. Say, for example, you want to start blogging about, tech industry, the tech companies in Nigeria, the telecom companies in Nigeria, MTN, Etisalat, and the likes of them. And then you are following the event, you are following the market, you are following the trend, you are following their product and services, you are, writing about the product they are rolling out, what this one is doing above the other. Over time, people in that market will begin to trust you as an authority. You begin to, generate your own loyal audience that trust in your expertise, trust in your knowledge, trust in your judgment, and they believe in what you say because you are doing your own blogging from a research point of view and not just, taking breaking news, carrying this and all that. So what are the potential revenue in this? Now imagine you have a daily visit of, say, maybe 100,000 or 200,000 every blessed day. Now, if you take this analytics and you take it to a telecom company and say, look, this is what I've been doing, this is the number of visits that I have, I think I can get a direct ad from you. Now, you are not talking 100,000 here, you are not talking 200,000 here, you are talking real money because you are negotiating based on your audience and based on the niche you are serving. So that is how blogging is done. So if you are passionate about writing, if you are very passionate about doing, you are confident about being in front of the camera, then I think you should consider blogging or vlogging. So that's another business you might want to consider before the year runs out. So what are the cons here? It takes time. All right, people must develop, people must grow to know you, people must develop trust in you. Growing follower takes a bit of a time, but it's an effort that is worth. So it requires quality network relationship. You have to go out and relate with the particular niche you are serving. Attend their conferences, attend their AGMs, attend their events that is related in that particular niche. All right. So please, blogging is not just about taking breaking news, slapping it on your blog. If the video slaps somebody, you put it. Blogging is far more than that. It is actually PR services on a market niche, and there is a whole lot of money to be made in that particular niche also. And then the next one I have here is affiliate marketing. One of the best business model I will want to recommend for anybody that is just starting out in internet business, and maybe you are not still sure about how the internet works and all that. Affiliate marketing is something that you will really want to consider starting out in online business. Now, why this is so sweet is that a whole lot of responsibility is taken off your shoulder. How does this work? Every company wants to make sales, like I said. So a company might decide to set up a sales system where they turn everybody into their marketing agent. All right, anybody can become their marketing agent. So they have this special link that they call affiliate hot link. They generate that link and they give it to you as an independent marketer. So you have this link either on your social media platform, or you set up a website for it. In any way you want to set the link up, either via social media marketing or on your website, your responsibility is to make sure that somebody purchases from you using that unique hot link. All right, so you have this hot link. You have identified a niche market that might require the services, and then you promote your hot link to that market. All right, and when anybody makes a purchase via your hot link, immediately you get a commission. And some of these companies, they have their commission as much as 50%. So you have companies like Amazon, they have their affiliate marketing programs. You have companies like Walmart, eBay, Jumia, Konga. You can simply go to this website, find out their affiliate program, find out how much they pay, and then you can get into business. So you are not, if they are into retail and all that, you don't even see the product. You don't even have to see how the product is being shipped. You don't do all that. You just promote the affiliate link, and once anybody purchases via your affiliate link, you make your commission, and it's a very sweet business. So imagine if a product goes for 4,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, and they tell you that for every sale that you make, you get, say, maybe 2,500, for example, for every sale that you make. So you just need to make sure that a certain number of people purchase from you using that hot link, and then you can calculate the multiply effect. All right, so that's affiliate marketing for you. The only cons I see here is that if you are not well guided, and you don't go with reputable companies, payments sometimes can be delayed, or sometimes you might not really have your payment at all because you don't control the wallet. You can monitor your wallet, you see how much you are being paid, you are making, and all that. At a certain time, the company will remit the money from the e-wallet into your actual account. So some companies are probably, as a result of maybe technical issues or whatever the case might be, might not remit your funds on time, or might not remit at all. Okay, that's one thing you must be on the lookout for. So you have to be on the lookout for reputable companies. And then broken links or hijack link, your affiliate marketing hot link might be hijacked or might be broken, and you might not even know about it. And then you can't really negotiate your earnings. If it's 10% commission, is 10% commission, no matter the hard work that you do. If it's 15% commission, 50%, you cannot negotiate your earning. It's a static bargain. All right. Does this make sense to you at all? If it does, just type "makes sense." If it does, just type "makes sense" so we can go right ahead. If it does, type makes sense so we can go right ahead. All right, thank you for the feedback. So the next one that I have here is forex trading. Now, I've been to trainings, I've been to program on this particular one. Okay, thank you, Olayemi. Thank you, everybody. I've been to programs on this particular one, and I must say that it's the summary of it all. It's a high profit, high risk business. All right, high profit, high risk business. Okay, so what is forex trading? Basically, forex trading is you trading stocks, currency, and commodities on the internet via a very highly intelligent integrated software program. On the average, $5 trillion are done in volume every blessed day on forex. Every blessed day, 5 trillion. So you can see there is a whole lot of activities that is going on in the forex trading world. All right, so how does this work? The platform will present you the type of commodities that you want to trade on. Say, for example, you want to trade on currency, you want to trade on commodities and all that. And then it's follow the basic principle of buying and selling. You buy when products are cheap or from a very cheap source, and then you go to where products are being demanded for in higher price, and then you sell. But in this case, everything is done online, and then you log into the platform, and then you buy when the price of dollar is low. Okay, if you go for their training, you will see how this is done in practical terms. You buy when the price of dollar is low. Say maybe you are pairing between dollar and euro, and then the moment, maybe after some days or some hours, dollars is now being demanded for, and the price of dollar appreciates, you sell and you keep the price different. So it's something that can make you a millionaire overnight if you know what you are doing. But you must know what you are doing. You really must know what you are doing. If you are going into forex, you cannot give room for try and error or testing and all that. They will give you a demo platform where you can do your trial and error thing. But when you go into the market live, you really must know what you're doing, because you can make a whole lot of money and you can lose everything as well overnight. That's how delicate forex trading is. But it's something that is worth giving a look into, and it's highly rewarding. All right. So what are the cons? What are the things you must look out for? If you are really going to go into forex, you really must have a substantial amount of money. The last training I went for with regards to forex trading, I met with some of the organizers, and they told me, look, if you are really going to start, just for starters, you must really have something in the range of $1,000 and above, $500 to $1,000, to make substantial amounts of money, because you are trading currency here. All right, so it requires you to know what you are doing. It's not for starters, and then of course it requires time to master. So forex is something you might really want to look into. It's highly rewarding, but you must know what you are doing. So the next one here, and I feel it requires little or no introduction, is mini importation business. I mean, I cannot count the number of people that are into one form of this or the other. All right, so it's a business that I have done myself. I have an online store in that regard, and I must say that it's something that you really must look out for, especially as December is approaching. All right, So what's mini importation? Very simple. Um, uh, it's a system whereby you purchase products from AliExpress and other cheaper websites. Source your product from other cheaper websites from China. For as low as household products that you buy in 70,000, 30,000, 12,000 here can go as low as 3,000, 5,000 on this website, and you buy this product and sell it 3 or 4 times the original cost here in Africa. All right. So it's something that you really must look out for. I mean, December is coming. There's going to be a whole lot of shopping, people shopping, family shopping, and all that. Mini importation is something you really want to give consideration to. Like I said, you source the product from China, you ship it down here, you set up your e-commerce website, and then you do your digital marketing on your website and fulfill delivery as soon as there is order. All right, it's as straightforward as that. Now, the only thing I see in mini importation is that you really have to keep good record of inventory. And another thing is logistics issue. Even though sourcing the product from China to Nigeria, even though the products are very cheap, on these websites, the transportation costs moving this product, to Nigeria, especially if they are, weighty, it's something that is of concern. So you really must identify products that are not too weighty, products that are very light, that will not eat into your logistics costs, and then you bring it down here to Nigeria, set up your e-commerce website, run marketing on it, and fulfill delivery. Now, another thing that you might really want to look out for in mini importation that it's a concern for me is this issue of payment on delivery. So you buy the product from China, you pay for the logistics, and then you bring it down here, and then you fulfill orders, everything at your own expense. So you might really want to look out for product that you probably feel that the customers are more likely to pay for the product, or you set up a pay before delivery. You must really figure that aspect out. All right, and so you need to invest in you also need to invest in staffing and trainings and all that. All right, so that's mini importation for you. Very lucrative, very juicy business, but these are the things that you must look out for. So let me know who is still there. If you can still hear me, say go on. We just have a couple of slides left. If you can hear me, say go on. Oh, thank you, Ruth. Thank you. All right. So I have here software consultancy. Okay, this one is not too common in Nigeria, but I've been privileged to do one or two business in this particular niche, and I must tell you, it's very, very lucrative. Okay, so this simply put is you evaluating a company's process of doing business. All right, this is you evaluating a company's process of operation, and then you identify their business pain points. Okay, you identify their business pain points, and then you provide a software solution to handle that aspect. All right, that is software consultancy for you. You evaluate a company, you find out their their processes, you find out what they find difficult doing, and then you profile a solution to that. Okay, so you might not be the one to develop the solution yourself, the software solution yourself. You might need to contract this out. All right, you contract this out, and there are platforms where they do this. You have Upwork, you have Fiverr, and the likes of them. You get a software developer, they develop the solution, and then you integrate it to the company. So a very good example is CRMs. Okay, find out what CRMs is, customer relationship management software. Now, this is very, very, very juicy, because if you have this solution, you can now identify how many companies are doing this same operation and how many of them will require my services. And we are not talking small money here. Okay, so you can now host such software on your website and then market it to as many companies that are requiring these services as well. All right, so that's software consultancy for you. What you must look out for is, of course, might require a bit of a startup capital. You must understand the tech terrain. If you can hear me, please type 7. I think we had a bit of a technical glitch there. If you can hear me, type 7. If you can hear me, type 7. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I lost the... All right, so is software consultancy clear? It's software consultancy clear? If it's clear, say go on, or just type clear. Type clear. Type clear. Is software consultancy clear? If it's clear, type clear. Okay, all right. Thank you. Let's run through this. So I have business listing. A very good example of this is what GJ and vConnect do. Okay, thank you. A very good example is what GJ and vConnect do. You see, every day people are looking for services, and they wish that they can get these services without necessarily going on the street. Okay, so if you stay in an area, maybe a bit, you stay close to a business district in your own locality, you can start a business listing services. All right, so what that means is that you are connecting businesses to customers. All right, so you stay close to, you don't even need to stay close to a business district. You can just look around you. You see plumber, you see those offering tailoring services and all that, and then you set up a business, you set up your website, and you begin to list these businesses on your website. Now, how do you make money in this? By the time these businesses begin to see how efficient your networking is, they begin to approach you to list their services on your platform, and then you take your commission. All right, so that's business listing for you. It might take a bit of a while, but as time goes on, people begin to see that your platform is making sales for others. People begin to see how viable your platform is. They begin to approach you, and then you make charges depending on the type of listing you'll be doing for them. So you can have different type of listing: front page listing, video listing and all that. You can set up different type of listing services that you will now offer them. But the whole idea is you connecting businesses to customers. So on the customer side, you are solving the problem of going on the street looking for plumber, looking for electrician, looking for those to fix DSTV, and all that. You are simply connecting customer with services. Very lucrative business. And you find it in the likes of Gigi, in the likes of OLX, and in the likes of VConnect. All right, let's run. Then you have social media influencers. Okay, this has become a new thriving business model in recent times. Okay, very similar to blogging and all that, but in a different sense. All right, the target here is you being able to amass as many followers as possible on a particular social media platform. So you must really address a particular niche market. Build as many followers as possible. Here we are talking about you trading numbers for money. But you must have a loyal following. So you must put out quality content, continuously put out quality content in order to continuously sustain and maintain this following. That's social media influencer for you. How does this work? Pick a niche with a very large audience, for example, the relationship niche. Find a social media platform that you are comfortable with, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Put out quality content in exchange for views and following. Build your numbers to as much as 100 or 500k following. And then start approaching markets in that particular niche. I mean, some people make as much as $10,000 just to make a post. And in Nigeria here, someone very, very close told me that the lady you are seeing makes as much as, in an interview, yes, I saw her in an interview, she makes close to 400 to 500,000 just to make a brand post for company. So that's social media influencer for you. Is that clear? All right, so let's roll. And then we have the last one that I have here tonight. And it's happened to be my favorite of all. And that is online courses, consulting, and coaching. Am I audible? If I am, just type yes you are so we can call it a wrap for tonight. Say yes you are. Can you still hear me? Type yes you are. All right. Thanks for the feedback. So we have online courses, consulting, or coach. Now, if you are a coach or a trainer or an instructor, and you are very passionate about teaching others what you know or sharing your in-depth knowledge with others, then this one is certainly for you. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Now, this aspect, thank you. This business is yet to be fully explored in Nigeria, and I believe it's because a whole lot of people are yet to really understand the concept of online courses. Now, from research, in 2018 alone, over $180 billion was made by instructors worldwide. 180 billion. And it is also projected by 2022, this market would have worth $275 billion by 2022. Now, here in Nigeria, you have as much as 50 million people searching for how-tos. How do I do this? How do I do this? Online course for this. You have 50 million people searching every week for knowledge via the internet. So if there's anything that you know at all, this simply means that there are people willing to pay for what you know, willing to pay for your knowledge, willing to pay for your expertise, willing to pay for your experience. As many as 50 million people every blessed week. So you might be wondering, what exactly can I teach people? If you know how to do digital marketing, graphics design, how to write a book, how to launch a beauty shop, how to do public speaking, bead making, cake making, real estate, business development and proposal writing. I mean, just about a couple of months ago, I had to contract somebody all the way from, Pakistan to write a business proposal for me. Imagine if I learned that skill and I know how to do it myself. How to make smoothie, how to do mini importation. Now, there's something I want you to realize. Have you ever considered why somebody who makes or claim to make, either of the two, who actually makes or claim to make hell of a money in mini importation, still teaching you the course on mini importation? That's because there is a whole lot of money in teaching others what you know via the internet by means of online course. And no matter the level you are right now, there is somebody or there are a lot of people that you know a lot more than. No matter what you think you know. So in actual fact, anybody can be an online instructor. What does it take? If you are passionate about a skill, an experience, a knowledge, and you are willing to share this in exchange for money, you are an instructor. You don't need a startup capital to do that. I mean, it's just as simple as you putting your thoughts on paper using a computer on Microsoft Word. And once you are done, you wrap up what you know into PDF, audio slides, or a video, host it on a web server, explore marketing options on it, and make as many sales as many times as possible. So you'll find people that are professional graphic design, motion editors, business executive. They are experts in their own fields, but they still do video courses. That's because it's very lucrative. Startup capital is very low, and you can make as long as your online course is available, you can make as many repeated sales as possible. Like I said, you don't require a startup capital to put your knowledge expertise on paper. You can determine your price. Nobody is going to say, I'm giving you 15% commission, I'm giving you, your markup is this and all that. If your online course is 15,000, your online course is 15,000. And imagine 50 people purchasing that. You own your product. It's your business, it's your brainchild. You can create as many courses as possible with upsells. With the advent of the internet, your reach is unlimited, especially if you are developing a course for a very hot market. You don't need to keep inventory. You don't need to do logistics. You don't need to track staff performance. You can make income almost immediately. And online course can take you beyond your imagination because you are establishing yourself as an authority in that particular field. All right. So imagine you develop an online course and somebody sees it and say, hey, can you come and train my staff? And you know we are talking about serious money here. So if there's any online business you should be thinking about before this year runs out, it's online course and online coaching. So with all that I've said, I think you should start thinking and considering online course. Start teaching, putting ideas together, evaluating yourself. What do you know? What have you learned over the years? What are you good at? What are you passionate about? Evaluate the audience. Are there people that are looking for what I know and all that? Start putting your ideas together, and then you have your online course and you can start making money from it almost immediately. So that's it for the night. Congratulations, you made it. Thank you for your time. Like I said, this is going to be a continuous process. This is just introductory class. There are a whole lot of things we are going to be discussing, and in our next class we are going to be talking more about online course, how to develop online course, how to market, how to do research, how to it's not everybody that do online course that make money. You must know what you are doing, how to launch your online, how to brand your online course, how to market, how to set it up and all that. We are going to be going deeply into online course in our next class, and I'm sure you really don't want to miss this. So for tonight, I'm giving 5 gig data. If you can answer the quiz questions, I'm giving away 5 gig in data. All right. So what is the difference between blogging and vlogging? What is the difference between affiliate marketing and drop shipping? What are the cons of starting an online course business? All right. So best first answers, correct answers, get 5 gig data from me. So once you are sending in your answers, you might probably need to send in your phone numbers as well. So the correct correct best first answers, the winner will be announced in our next class, and you'll be getting a 5 gig data from me. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. I hope I've been able to share some knowledge tonight. We have a whole lot of series ahead of us, and I'm committed to making sure that I impact as many people as possible. Classes are going to be free, and you don't want to miss any of it.